we'll be looking into what are the concepts of cell spacing and cell padding in today's class. I already have created a table in my previous class. I'll give the link in the description box. Please watch that video before proceeding with cell spacing and cell padding. So what is cell spacing? Okay, what is cell spacing? Cell spacing defines the space between each cell. Okay, so the row and column intersection is called as a cell, and the space between each cell is called as a cell spacing. Okay, so the space between each cell is called as cell spacing. And we can define this cell spacing by using an attribute which is called as cell spacing. And by default, the cell spacing is 2 pixels. Okay, so by default, it is 2 pixels. You can actually adjust it accordingly. If you are making cell spacing to be 0, there won't be any spacing at all. And you can increase it and decrease it accordingly. But by default, it is 2 pixels. Now coming to what is meant by cell padding. Okay, so cell padding is the space between the cell edges. Okay, so it's the space between the cell edges and cell content. Okay, so it's the space between the cell edges and the cell content. So that is called as cell padding, and you can increase and decrease it accordingly. By default, the cell padding is 0. Okay, so by default it is 0. You can actually adjust it accordingly. You can set it 5, 10, whatever you want. You can adjust it accordingly. So these are the two concepts I'm going to show you practically. Okay, so this is the HTML code I have written to create the tables. So we need the table tag. So this is the start table tag and this is the off table tag. And in between these tags, I need to put whatever I want the table to contain. So I want the table to have the first row. And the first row wherein the headings of the first row are name, register number, and marks. And then the second row includes the data. And the third row again includes the data and so on. So which I already have shown you in the previous video. We're making certain modifications into this particular HTML code for including cell spacing and cell padding. So let me show you the execution of this. Okay, so this is the final output after I execute this. So there is no border. So let me just add the border over here. So border is equal to 1. So this is the toggle button. So when by default it will be 0. So when you set it to 1, now the border will appear for us. Okay, so this is how the border appear. So now let us, you can see that the cell spacing over here is 2 pixels. What did I say? What is cell spacing? Cell spacing is the space between each cell. The space between each cell is 2 pixels over here. So let us try to increase that. So I am putting this attribute inside the table tag itself. So I said cell spacing is equal to. So now I'll put 0 and show you. So by default it is 2, right? So I'm just making it 0. So let me show you the outcome of it. So you can see that as I made it 0, so there is no cell spacing at all. Okay, so you can increase this as well. So I'm making it 20. So cell spacing is 20 now. So you can see that now the cell spacing is 20. Okay, so the space between each cell is 20 pixels now. So this is regarding cell spacing. And now let us see what is meant by cell padding. Cell padding is the space between the cell edges and the cell content. Okay, so now within each cell, you will be seeing that a space will be added. Now we have seen with the outer thing, like the space between each cell, we have seen like it is 20 pixels and all that. From this name cell till this Manasa cell, you can see that it is 20 pixels and all that. From Manasa till Anish, it is 20 pixels and so on. So that is what is called as cell spacing. Okay, but what is cell padding is within the cell. You will be seeing that there will be some space added within the cell. So I'll show you that. So I'm saying cell padding is equal to. So as I said, like by default it is 0 pixel. Now I'm adding certain pixels over here. So say I'm saying I want cell padding to be 5 pixels. Okay, so let me show you the outcome of it. So you can see within the cell, the padding now have come from this particular border of this particular name cell. till this name. Name is the cell content. Okay, so name is the cell content and this is the cell edge. On top, from top till name, there is 5 pixel, and on left side also there is 5 pixel, and bottom also there is 5 pixel, and on the right also there will be 5 pixel. Okay, so let me increase this. I am saying it is 15 pixel. So within the cell there will be spaces added. So within the cell you can see like now it is 15 pixels. So this is the difference between cell spacing and cell padding. Okay, so let me also add the border color here. So I can simply use the attribute which is border color. So border color is equal to, so let me just make it red. So I said border color is equal to red. So when I do this, the border color will now appear to be in red color. In the similar way, you can also change the color of the text within the cells as well for the entire table. Whatever I'm giving within the table tag will be applied to the entire table. But individually, if you want to change the color of each and every heading and all that, you need to do it inside the TH tag or the TR tag. If you want the style to be to apply to all the entire row, so you need to put it in the row tag, table row tag. If you want only individually one individual cell, for example only name to have different color, then you need to do it inside this th tag and all that. So now I'm applying the color of the text to the entire table. So for that I'm using the style attribute. I'm saying style is equal to so then color, then put a column, and then give the color whatever you want. So I want blue color. So I want the entire table text to appear in blue color. So I said style is equal to color column blue. Okay. So now you can see that the color of the entire text of this particular table have changed to blue. If you want only this name to have a different color, okay, so then what you'll do is I'll just take this style from here, and if I want only the name here to appear in different color, so maybe I want a pink color for the name. So I'm just doing it within this particular th tag. Okay, so fine. So when I do this, you can see that only the data or the content of a particular cell has changed the color. So if you're doing it in the table tag, it will apply to the entire table. If you are putting it in this particular row, it will be applied to the entire row. And if you're putting in the th tag or td tag and all that, it will appear to the to only that part of the content in that particular cell. Okay. So say for example, I want Manasa to appear in yellow color. I can do that only to that part. Okay. So in this particular td tag, I can just change it. Okay. So I'm saying it is yellow. So now only Manasa will appear in yellow color. So this is how actually you can apply styling to your data. And this is regarding border attribute, cell spacing, cell padding, and border color, giving different styles to the content of the table and all that. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for watching.